What going horado zawagwegum, Tekahnekake Stacey the Waxinazare, Waginya Duni Wagi the Rodo. Zada Yawarden at the Wago Serdiagum, Kahnawake ni the Wageno. Aska Yawarde Zigahia Duka the Wayesta. Strengthening our culture Gawayat Giga the Yoyaks. Anze Waderor again, Kahnawake Ronu, Raudigara Sua. Nene Ohnio Zisadienas, Nedini and Guarihoda.
Our younger generations were already starting to grow up, and they spoke with their grandmothers and grandfathers, and their mothers were teaching them our Mohawk language, and that's where we started from.
I learned my culture by being born into it, always taking part in Longhouse, and I always tagged along as a little child, but there was always like a ceremony and I was always there. I mean, as a little kid I was always kind of like wild, so I always ran around, but as I got older I realized that it was more important than I thought it was. Since I was about 12, that's when I really started to recognize all the teachings and ceremonies behind it. Since then I've just been interested in learning as much as I could what the ceremonies mean, stories, songs. Over the past few decades, our culture has gradually become more and more like out there, or ever since the whole residential schools and 1990, how that happened, and how we had to go underground to do our traditions. Like one wrong person found out about it. Socials, it had to be like super top secret, and now it's becoming more of a like eventful thing. Like people are posting on Facebook. Well, back then, like even if like the people doing any type of ceremony could get arrested, now we're starting to regain what we've lost. We have everyone near us and all these like programs of learning the language or like our traditions and getting reconnected to the outside.
And with our nuns, some people had a hard time with them because they found that the language wasn't right. There was no such thing as talking Mohawk, like today in the schools they talk in Mohawk, some of them, eh? I never knew how to speak in Mohawk neither. But no, our teachers, they were nuns that used to teach us. Well, they teach us all about the dear God, because before, everybody that didn't like us people, because we were Mohawks, they didn't like kind of not care about us, but it was not the same as today. Even to our younger generations, they start learning Mohawk. Now we have the languages in school, the Mohawk language, right? And they speak it in schools, where a long time ago they didn't agree with that. But that's how it was. No comparison to today. And our children are all growing up that way. And we're not just put back and sitting back and letting anybody else ever ruin our Mohawk language. The way we have our grandchildren and great-grandchildren, they all speak Mohawk. It's pretty nice to hear them when they talk, and sometimes I try to answer back with some, but they'll ask me, and that meant, and how am I now?
Well, I believe we could keep our culture alive by having the older people teach the younger ones, like if they're willing, all their knowledge that they learned while growing up, the songs that we might have forgotten. I know growing up, every time there was a social at the Longhouse, it was always packed and it went on like all night, and it's not really like that anymore. We could have the older people, they don't have to like come back, but I mean, as long as they could at least like teach us more things or tell us about what they did when they were younger, to have such a big, it was almost like an event, every social, have them back and teach us. I think we can encourage the younger ones to take part in Longhouse more and to learn more about our culture and traditions by just treating them like as if they're our younger siblings. Like if they mess up, you can't just like laugh at them and make fun of them, but you can be like, hey, like I know you do better next time. Just like lift them up and just have them actually enjoy being there and not have them feel nervous and scared to be around older people. we could have the younger people being taught about our language, culture, and traditions at a younger age, and not only like later on in school, like high school, where we really start teaching about our stories. And in elementary school, we should start teaching them. The younger they know about it, the more they'll be like feel obligated to like restore what we lost.
Today, all the women are the bosses, and nobody will ever take that away from us. But us, it's not a religion, it's who we are. At scale youth.